My name is Joshua Quest here with C-Moose. This is for the HSL Spring Playoffs for 2015, round of 8 between University High School and Franklin High School. And these games happened just a few, about an hour ago or so. So we're actually in game right now. Not going to go through Champion Select and going to give a countdown. You ready, man?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, switching over to overlay. So we're going to go a little. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so. What do you think of these team comps, man?
So I'm looking at these team compositions, and actually I've been looking at them for quite some time, and for the most part things are fairly standard. I would say XL tricks on this Vi, that's a champion you really don't see that often, so maybe Gragas was banned out and he decided to go with a Vi instead. But to counter that Vi, we see a Morgana pickup, and that's really, really effective since he's just going to be able to throw that black shield on whichever target Vi goes for, and he's going to be stuffed. So it's really going to be hard for University High School to effectively engage with this Vi if the Morgana's in the area.
Yeah, definitely a big counter of the Assault and Battery. Not going to be as effective if we can get some fast fingers on Cidoran's Morgana's black shield. That's going to be huge for them if they can count that one. So this is actually like a third time I think I've casted Franklin High School.
Really?
Yeah. I've actually gotten pretty familiar with their dynamic. Yar and Fugis, huge players. Fugis specifically. The thing is that their team doesn't really need. It hasn't so far needed a backpack, but if anybody had a backpack on, it would be Fugis. Fugis is an incredible top laner that just kind of. It just seems like he has an understanding that I haven't seen as much in the from the other top laners of other high school teams. He does incredibly well, especially on a Hecarim. I've seen him on a Gnar as well. He's pretty impressive. Now, one thing I haven't seen in this game yet, or from this team yet, is a Vayne. So I don't know how Submit's going to play on that one, but I've seen pretty much everything else from them. Franklin, they're a pretty big team. This is my first time for University, though.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of these teams yet in the HSR League, so I'm going to be interested to see what they have to bring to the table. This Gnar pickup, I really like it, though, out of Franklin, because they have so much AoE damage and crowd control. The Wombo from Sejuani on top of Diana, on top of Morgana, on top of that Gnar, is just going to mean that Submit has such an easy time doing damage to locked targets and getting those Silver Bolt procs.
Ooh, yeah.
Venix, he took a lot of damage there.
Yeah, I'd say, speaking of Silver Bolt procs, Submit did not have them had he had it, though. Venix, he would have been even more worse for the wear. There was a nice Dark Binding coming out from Cidoran to lock up the Alistar, getting some extra damage, early damage for a Vayne, and that's really good to have some early pressure.
Yep, Yawer, he's going to push up this mid turret. Oh, nice binding there.
Yeah, nice binding. If anyone sees my screen kind of jittery, it is because my F-Lux is kicking in. I will turn it off momentarily. Don't worry. Don't panic. Hey, everything's fine.
You got to keep your eyes good.
Yeah, Gunner. That's programmable gunners. I don't even know if programmable is a word.
Programmable? Probably. We'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, thanks,
you know,
buddy.
we're casters. We get to make up words.
No, that is totally true. I mean, what is his face? I feel terrible saying that. Rivington used to say omnipresent in the completely wrong context, but you know, it was fine because Rivington said it. And he has such a charismatic personality that you don't. I mean, you're gonna say, "Wow, he really is omnipresent," and I hope that I carry that as well, but I don't think I do. We'll figure it out in time.
Well. I'll just smile and lie.
Yeah, don't lie to me. Flash coming out of Yars from the fist of Vi. I can't even pronounce that word. Exceltrix? Exceltrix? Exceltrix, yeah. So nice gank in the mid lane, getting the flash out of Yars. That is going to be pretty huge because Diana doesn't really have an escape.
Well,
yeah.
She does have her dash.
She does have a dash, but I mean...
once she gets it.
Yeah, but that's a dash to what? You have to... She could throw a ward over to the Raptors, dash to them possibly. That's about all she has, because when you're going back, all you have is your own teammates and your minions. You can't really dash to your own minions. Sticky situation.
Yeah, sticky indeed. For now, though, he's been doing alright for himself. The CS pretty much even. Interestingly enough, something we see a lot more is that these mid laners are going for these flask starts. We actually see 3 flasks. It's such a good consumable item because it does give you a lot of sustain. And I mean, we can see that with both Lolcopter and Yar. They're both still at full HP, about half mana. I'm curious to see, though, now that Yar doesn't have his flash available, if Exceltrix is going to go gank this lane again. He should be able to. There isn't any vision from Yar, so I really would like to see that. But speaking of ganks, the Cookie, he's in trouble, and I'm not sure he knows it.
I don't think he does. He does not have a ward, but I don't think Infinity Dust is... I don't think he... Yeah, he can't get a good gank in there. He's going to have to back off there. A little bit too pushed against Cookie, so... He's going to be safe, but he still runs into a boomerang. And Gnar is just so oppressive in the early going.
Yeah, Gnar early is very, very strong. Both Mega Gnar and Mini Gnar, because of course the Mini Gnar you can just proc that hyper from range. Oh, it's a repeat gank, but he was over ward that time.
Yeah, over ward, and looks like LoL Copter is not going to be in a position to really take advantage, so I think Exceltrix is just there to soak up some XP now.
And we still see this bullying in the top lane. The Cookie keeps being pushed down. He does have that flask, so he has a decent amount of sustain, but...
Oh, man. Oh, I was thinking, like, look at the CS cap in the bot lane. It actually looks like Vayne's already went back one time, so... Big CS disadvantage right now.
It's been pretty rough. I mean, Vayne is a champion whose lane phase is not known for being very strong, and yes, Ashe has been nerfed in the most recent patch. Her W does a little bit less damage, but the thing is she still has the 600 range, and she also has that Perma slow on her auto attacks. So she's going to be able to harass the Vayne pretty well. Speaking of harass,
yeah, Transcendent Blade Splash, and the first blood going over to the Cookie. And that is a power spike of an Irelia. Hasn't went back, but you still get levels in those that heightened style, and then you hit level 6 while you're engaging. Perfect play by the Cookie.
And that is really, really good because Irelia
was
was falling a little bit behind in farm, and Irelia is also just such a good champion at snowballing the game. You know, the closer she can get to that Trinity Force, the more damage she's going to be able to do. And the fact that the Gnar died in the solo lane is going to be probably a bit of an issue. Nice solo kill there for University High School's top laner. Curious to see how he plays it. He does have teleport available, and Fuge's teleport is down. So what he might want to do is go back into that top lane, push the top lane out, and then maybe make a play around Dragon with his TP.
It looks like that is what might be on his mind as well, because he's not using his teleport to go back top lane. He has it well shoved up enough, and yeah, I can easily just walk back there. So this is going to be a big advantage going over to University High School. Looks like we do have a roam down to the bot lane. This Lolcopter, Cidoran shoved up really hard with his teammate Submit. Is he going to be able to do something? He is...
He's going to need fast fingers with the Black Shield if this gank happens.
Yes, he is. I don't think he's... yeah, Submit has no idea. Black Shield does go down. Chum of the Waters still being flashed. It doesn't knock him up because of the nice fast fingers of the Black Shield, but Flash is still down. Vinex, he gets locked down. A little bit of damage going down, but not too much. And now the Cookie in the top lane. Actually taking a dive into the turret. Takes a bit more damage than I think he anticipated. Now has to back off.
It's not a huge deal, though. He still has 3 Flask charges, and he's also going to be able to get the stun off since he is low. Nice finding there from Cidoran.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure if that gank Submit needed to flash away from the knockup, but Yar got engaged on.
Yar gets engaged on indeed. Knocked up, knocked down. He has to flash out, has it back, but now it's flashed back by Eltrix and Lolcopter. Eltrix picking up that kill. And Yar goes down. And then meanwhile in the top lane, Mega Gnar narring the Cookie into the wall, throws a building at his face. Is he going to be able to keep it down? Transcendent Blades going to keep him a little bit sustained, but another building into the face is all you can take. 2 buildings to the face typically kills any human being. Yeah, right.
Generally, yes.
That's going to be Dragon, though, started by University High School. No teleport from Fuges, so he's just going to shove into that top lane turret, but first Dragon of the game going over to University.
You know, Fecus, I've got to say, that name for a high school is pretty annoying.
Yeah.
I cast a lot of collegiate leagues, so I want to say like University of British Columbia, University of Virginia, but it's University High School.
I was a little bit skeptical of that one as well. We'll talk about it in one moment because we do have Iron Prisons going into the mid lane, whiffing because of the playful tricks with Yar going in, throws the Ignite down. It's going to be enough. It is Yar picking up a return kill from earlier due to a gank from Infinity Death. Totally agree with you with that University name. I was thinking that while loading this game up. I was like, oh man.
It's like going to middle school, high school, or high school, middle school.
Yeah, I don't know where they get the name University, but because I mean, there's no actual town named University, is there? Well, there might be. Who knows? United States.
Probably somewhere.
You can name your towns anywhere in the United States. Anything.
I also know of a Harvard University, but that wasn't elementary school, and that was So I mean, you could say I went to Harvard University, but yeah, it wasn't that good of a school. Anyway, back to the game.
I guess so.
So the gold is pretty even. It's 2-2, but the first dragon over to University. That's not going to matter too much in the early game, but as the game goes on, denying those dragons and getting them for yourself is very vital, of course, as you get closer to that 5th dragon buff. Importantly to note, HSL, you said that he was the carry for Franklin.
Well, hold on 1 second. Yeah, he's actually getting quite a bit of damage onto the Cookie. He even missed his Mega Gnar ultimate, but still enough damage with the building being thrown into the face of Cookie. The Cookie has a Ruby Crystal to keep him a little bit more, give him a little bit more health up there, but man, the burst coming out of Fugis' Gnar is pretty hefty right now.
Yeah, and it's pretty impressive that Fugis actually managed to come back after dying solo, picking up a kill solo for himself, and he's up about 15 CS, a little bit more. That's equivalent gold to about a kill, so he's doing pretty well in this lane.
Oh. Chum of the Waters, it does land onto Fugis. They're going to knock him up, and just underneath the turret, it's still going to be enough there. There's a double dive. The Cookie picking up this kill with Transcendent Blades and Wallcopter.
And because he was doing so well, they decided to shut him down before he can even get any stronger. And very nice gank there.
Yeah, nothing really lost from the mid lane either from it either.
Yeah.
I said either twice.
Wallcopter now in trouble.
Oh, holding on to the Iron Prison. There, it's a 2v2. Yar knocks him into himself, though. That's very nicely played by Yar. Is he going to go down on the return kill from... Yes, it is. There's the Vault Breaker picking up that kill. And I did not see the Glacial Prison there. I don't know if it whiffed or what, but Infinity Death looks like he is going to pick up this return kill. So overall,
bot lane.
Yeah, 2 for 1 in the mid lane in favor of Franklin. Meanwhile, final hour being picked up. Nice binding.
Oh no!
Oh my god, yes, Smid tumbles right into an enchanted arrow. And that is going to be a huge turn for for University in the bot lane. Double kill going over to Ice Cream Cake. And now Fugis, is he going to be able to chase down Vinix? Vinix does not have Unbreakable Will right now. Boomerang going down, Flash being taken out. Fugis picks up the kill anyways. A little bit chaotic.
A series of unfortunate misplays. Submit with the LCS big misplays highlight reel, tumbles into the arrow, gets stunned up and dies. They might have won the 2v2 otherwise, but Fugis then coming with the teleport into this bot lane, and Venix, he tried to stay alive and flash away, but he flashed after the auto attack had actually gone on, so the hyperproc was enough to kill him. That being said, that was still a 2 for 2 and teleport was blown. However, letting the Gnar get even farther ahead, he now has that Frozen Mallet, is going to be a huge problem. Because, I mean, it's just like you said, HSL on this Gnar, he can absolutely carry this game. So the fact that he has 3 kills, already has that Mallet completed before 13 minutes, is going to be a pretty big issue.
Yeah, and Frozen Mallet, one of the only viable champions to be used on is Gnar. So he's making quite a bit of use on that one already. And yeah, like you said, building that before 15 minutes is going to be huge. He's going to be able to kite for days, even without really having Phage. He's still going to be a huge force against her. And the Cookie going back to the top lane, not using the teleport. So once again, we find ourselves in the same situation we found ourselves in about 5 to 6 minutes ago, where the Cookie has a teleport and Fugis does not. And Dragon is going to be up in a minute 20. Infinity Death is in top lane.
Oh no.
Here comes the Glacial... Yeah, well, actually, Cookie getting locked down by the Glacial Prison. And now gonna go down. Frozen Mallet. Yeah, it's way too good for Gnar. Nice flash by Yars, but still gets hit by Chum of the Waters underneath the turret. Elcatraz, Exaltrix, I should say. Is he gonna go down? No, he's not. The health pod's going to save him there. And Yar still survives, so that's a huge play for Yar. Very big advantage for him. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Infinity Death and Fugis is going to take down the top lane turret.
Yeah, similar.
Oh, go on.
Similar situation, both mid laner and top laner getting ganked. Oh, Vayne is in trouble now.
Yeah, Vayne, there's a trainer first line out is not up though, and there's a flash final hour coming out from Ice Cream. Yeah, there's a volley. Is Ice Cream Cake gonna go down? No, he's not. One more turret would have done it, but he gets out just in time. Nice volley, picking up the kill on the submit underneath the turret with, looks like Cidoran was roaming around.
I guess with all this action we've been having, the gold is still relatively even. The game is 7-7. That's pretty crazy to see. Both these teams fairly evenly matched at this point. However, their advantages are going to lie on different champions. You do see that Ash with 3 kills, 1 death, also has about a 15 minion lead. So she's going to be very, very strong for University, whereas Franklin has an incredibly strong Nara at this point. And Sejuani's no slouch either, and it looks like they're going to start this dragon, and I don't think there's any way University can respond.
No, not at all. So the Cookie, he's not going to be able to teleport anything down there, and yeah, it doesn't even look like. I don't even think University know. Do they know about it? Oh yeah, there's a ward right over the wall. Okay, I didn't see it. My overlay was actually blocking that. So very nice pickup by Franklin. So evens up the dragons. They are up a turret as well. So. On paper, well, now hold on. The Cookie's going to pick up the turret anyways. I was going to say, on paper, Franklin, they are winning, but now it's back to being evened up. And actually, I think the gold lead is going to go over to University once this tower goes down. Just barely,
but
though.
Still a slight gold lead, right?
Yeah, I'm just going on technicalities right now here.
And so with the game being this even, we really need to ask ourselves, which team scales better? That's honestly a hard task to figure out because... I mean, you have the Vayne on one side, but it's not as if Ashe is going to be weak in the late game. However, I do feel like sort of the more single-target crowd control and almost assassins on the side of University give the slightest of late-game advantages to Franklin because they do have that wombo combo.
Yeah, especially with the Gnar and Morgana together will help out, but they also have Yar as well. So, and yeah, I guess everyone, I can just name off everybody really. They have all the wombo combos except for Submit, but... yeah, it's going to be an interesting team fight. University definitely going to have to play the ward game, as they should anyways. All teams should play the ward game, of course, but going to have to focus extra careful because getting a pick is going to mean the game for them. Shanna Crystalline Arrow goes down. Submit.
Good flash.
Yeah, good flash. Citaran, he's going to be knocked back. Cookie picking up that kill, and now Assault Battery going down onto Submit. Celtrix picking up that kill, and that is 4 down in the bot lane. That's going to be the bot lane turret going down in favor of University, so that's going to be 1 tower up. Now, Franklin. That's the second time yeah, I was going to say, that's the second time he's tumbled into the arrow.
Yeah, to be fair, though, Citaran was also a hair too slow with the black shield. Submit should have definitely let the support die instead of trying to save him, because that just meant that Celtrix could just go in for that ultimate. And with 2 members down, they're going to try to go for this turret. Great ultimate, though. That
was a defensive...
Wave is dead.
Yeah, it was a defensive ultimate. No one's there to back it up, but it looks like it did do its job and get them off of the turret. Yar was roaming down to the bot lane.
That being said, though, we have the most definitive gold advantage that we've seen this game so far. Yeah. I mean, it isn't a lot, but...
Fuge still pushing into this top lane. What he can do here, and stopping the backs, Citaran is doing so. So if you just can put a little bit more pressure along with Yar in the mid lane, that's actually a really good idea. Really good play by Citaran to stop the backs. It's only a few seconds, but it's enough. And now Yar has the mid lane turret, and another back being stopped by Citaran, and the Cookie might actually be caught out here. Black Shield goes down onto Infinity Death, Submit's there as well. Citaran, is he going to fall? He does. Cookie does pick up that kill. So Submit or Infinity Death. Somebody's going to get the kill here. They're going to give it over to Submit because he needs it. He's 1-3-1 now. Fugus in the meantime in the top lane. 1v2ing. Yeah. Phoenix.
He's very strong.
He is extremely strong. Mega Gnar is nowhere near up. Exhaust and Ignite go down on Fugus. He flashes out. Can he make it out? Popping those health pods. Third time tumbled into the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. And now Submit. Oh, he didn't get the Condemn stun onto the wall. It was just barely out of range. Ice Cream.
So, you were questioning Submit's Vayne.
Yeah.
And it hasn't really been incredibly impressive so far. Ice Cream Cake's probably dead now, but...
yeah, Yar. So here comes the teleport. Yar getting that kill before the teleport goes in. The Cookie, he's going to go on to the chase, though.
He should not do that.
No, he shouldn't, because Yar, he's full health. He's powerful. He doesn't have too much, but he does have the Morellonomicon, and that is really good against an Irelia. Stop that heightened style.
Yeah, absolutely. Too many members there from Cookie to be able to do anything, so he wastes that teleport. Going to be crucial because Dragon is up in about 2 minutes. Now they're going to be able to clear some vision. I'm not actually sure if I agree with that pink ward because I mean, Franklin University, or Franklin High School, oh my god.
Yeah,
Franklin
right.
High School, they saw the pink ward, so they're probably going to be able to clear it pretty quickly. But it looks like it's going to be the group up mid lane. Without the Ashe, though, that might not be the most successful push. We'll have to see.
Let's see what happens here. I mean, yeah, Franklin, they have a decent amount of wave clear on their side, so don't really, yeah, really nothing to back up the siege from University in the mid lane. Dragon is going to be up in a minute 20 seconds. Baron, for all intents and purposes, it's going to be up in 5 seconds, but I don't think we're going to see any Barons anytime soon. But
the 20-minute Baron rush.
Yeah, right.
Vayne plus Diana. I'll never expect, or Vayne plus Nar could probably actually do it.
Yeah, Vayne, yeah, that is a good point. Auto attacks are very prudent for both two members on Franklin. And we're going to see that come into play a little bit in the top lane. Fuges, he gets bursted down, but he's
got Mega.
Yeah, he's coming back on the Cookie. There's Meganar ulting the Cookie, walloping him as well. Camera goes to the bot lane, goes back to top lane. We'll go back to it. Never mind. Phoenix, he's going to get locked down into the bot lane. We have a roam to the top lane, though. Don't want to take our eye off that one. Wallcopter is roaming and gets a shutdown onto Fuges. Meanwhile, Phoenix does go down to the bot lane, but it's a top laner for a support right now. Dragon is going to be up in 30 seconds, so it looks like maybe Franklin can pick this one up.
Fuges, he does have teleport by the time the Dragon is up. That will be available, so that is good for Franklin High. They're going to be able to pick up this turret as well, so once again swinging the goal to roughly even. Both these teams pretty much mirrored all game long. I think we might see a Dragon fight coming up soon.
Yeah, and
just maybe.
That would at least be telling. We haven't seen a 5v5 yet. That would at least be telling of you know, who really has the advantage. Because, I mean, the CS advantage in the mid lane, definitely in Franklin.
Does not want to do it.
Yeah, Celtrix, he's going to get chunked down pretty hard. He goes on to Smith with the Assault and Battery. Flashed out by Smith, though. Very nice flash. Citteran does go down in the back lines, though. Yard trying to answer it back. Infinity Death's also picking up a kill. And now, Smith, he's still alive. He's still doing quite a bit of damage. Actually, Phoenix, he does pick up that kill, but it's still a 4-for-3 right now, and now that is an ace going over to Franklin. Yar and Fuges alive. Plenty to do this Dragon.
Celtrix going in with a Vault Breaker to start the Dragon, but he really didn't notice the fact that the enemy team was right there. As a result, they get ace the 5-for-3 fight in favor of Franklin. They get the second Dragon, and they're going to be able to buy a couple of items off of those kills. That being said, second Dragon isn't too important, though, and they also don't really get any other objectives off of that. So, yes, it was a misplay, and yes, it is an advantage now over to Franklin High School, but it wasn't this huge game-ending mistake.
No, it's still relatively even. I mean, as much as the gold gap was in favor of University earlier, it is now in favor of Franklin, so yeah, it's still not that huge. Zanya's is finished by Yar. Let's see what else he picks up. There's a Randuin's picked up by Fuges earlier as well. And yeah, Submit has the Sack Shift, so has 2 of the 3. I guess I don't know. I'll let you call this one. 2 of the 3 big items for Vayne. You do want a Last Whisper on Vayne as well. Would you say so, or would you just rely on the true damage procs more so?
Well, you do, but having the double attack speed items is a fairly significant power spike because you are going to be able to put those true damage procs on multiple enemy members. But the thing is, if we're looking at the HP stacking from University, actually, let's look at mid lane. Yar's in trouble.
Enchanted Crystalero, Trouble of the Waters,
And
going on to
dead.
Yar, and it's just going to Zanya's. He's going to get a little bit of damage. Actually deny an assist to Exceltrix, but almost doesn't matter. Mid lane turret does go down. Glacial Prison coming out from Infinity Death, picking up a kill onto Wallcopter. Exceltrix, he's trying to get out of there. Final hour by Submit. He's going to get down onto Ice Cream Cake, get some revenge from earlier in the lane. And,
they engaged from both these, just so damn strong. We saw the one Ashe arrow hit Yar, and as a result, they decided to go for it. But they spent so many cooldowns and then tried to go for that turret that Infinity Dust was just able to get the engage on. And now they're looking to take this middle turret. It's going to go down pretty quickly.
Yeah, really nothing an Aurelia or a Alistar can do against 4 members of Franklin.
And so what's interesting, the difference in these compositions is that Franklin High School's team, like I said before, is more Wombo focused, but University High School has a team where if they land one skill shot, you know, they just press one button and they go. They throw out the fish, they throw out the arrow, the Vi ultimate goes down, you know. 3 of their champions, and honestly Aurelia too, if you just think of like single target engage,
Oh yeah.
are just going to find one target and burst them down. So if that's the case, if they do find a pick in that fashion, they need to be careful not to get womboed like that in retaliation, because otherwise they will lose these fights every single time. That being said though, the pick is very strong as the game goes on, so it's not as if their scaling is going to be that much worse.
Yeah, the Ash Arrow I think is going to be decently huge here because, I mean, if they can lock down Submit, that is going to be really huge. And of course, Yar is also a big target too. And yeah, like you said, point click, they have the deletion key if they can lock somebody down to press it. Now, on the other side of that, Ice Cream Cake, that's the one that's a huge disadvantage about Ash. Very immobile, very prone to these wombo combos. And Submit, theoretically, you know, final hour tumble stealth, you have some protection, but I mean, so far, he's been tumbling into the Ash arrows, which, you know, is not very beneficial to you, but he can keep
Phoenix.
Oh yeah, Phoenix.
Might get this catch.
Talisman Ascension popped. Looks like they're gonna get away. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we actually see Submit. He bought that QSS.
Oh yeah.
Second item. So
yeah, he knows he needs
this
it.
time, yeah. If he accidentally wink tumbles into an arrow, he should be fine.
Yeah. Now it will be a strategic bait if he does, because he has QSS,
Right.
causes University to engage.
They'll never expect it.
Yar picking up the blue buff. Gonna go to the mid lane. He has Morellonomicon, so he has quite a bit of CDR. I think it's only about 30 CDR, 35 if he has his masteries as well. So he's gonna have quite a bit of sustain, and gonna be spamming those crescent strikes as well. And also puts Lunar Rush on like a 15 or 10-second cooldown too.
Yeah, Diana definitely is one of the champions that we've seen, not so much in the last few patches because she doesn't have as much sustained damage as like Cassiopeia or Nazir, but she does have an incredibly strong burst and also has decent defense mechanisms. She's going to have that Zonia's, going to have the CDR. Oh, they're looking for engagement.
Oh, it whiffed. No tumble this time.
The thing about Diana is that if she gets on the back line, she's not going to be caught out of position because she'll give herself so much time to get out of the fight. Especially with a black shield, that makes her a very, very threatening assassin.
Yeah, that was actually a very classic TSM play, is that they would run Morgana support. And hold on, we'll talk about it in a second. Phoenix might be caught out here. Headbutts Infinity Deaths away. Celtrix charging up the Vault Breaker, but the Talisman Ascension goes off, and nice disengage from Franklin. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Cookie and Fugus going at it once again. Timeless battle.
Good old top lane.
Yeah, good old top lane.
At least it's not a complete tank top lane meta as it was before.
Well,
it's no longer wet noodle fight. These fights could actually be interesting, but
yeah, like a Renekton versus Trundle.
Yeah. Fugus has been coming ahead in most of these fights. Looking to push this bot turret. Took a lot of damage. There's a lot of casters, but Ashe has great wave clear.
Yeah, volley coming in huge there, and static shiv as well. But more push into the top lane. Fugus not letting that up, although he finally is backing off, it looks like, seeing it's kind of pointless. Dragon is going to be up in 10 seconds, 7 seconds actually, I should say. So he's going to go back and get ready for that. Teleport is
Probably
up.
going for the turret first.
Yeah. Infinity Deaths, he's going to get headbutted, but nothing really big. Submit actually getting quite a bit of damage, and now he might be prone, but it's not going to be taken advantage of. Actually, the QSS, I don't think they could have really gotten a huge lockdown onto him, though. And now Dragon is up.
So you might see the 5v5 fight. This would be the third Dragon for Franklin.
Yeah.
They're going to be able to take it very, very quickly, but University is in the area, so we'll probably see a fight for this.
Nice pink ward being laid out by Franklin to keep the wards cleared inside the pit. But it also distracts them because now the Dragon is almost half health Submit. Ah, well, he has half health him.
If we look at the items, Ice Cream Cake has enough gold to finish this last Whisper, and there's 2 randoms already on the side of Franklin. He probably really wants to go recall to buy that item, but I'm not sure if Franklin's going to give them the chance.
No, if he does recall, yeah.
It's kind of low. This is very tense.
Yeah, they do have the Speed Shrine from the Skull. And yeah, Dragon is, I guess, technically started by Franklin. They're going to chunk it down. If anybody can chunk it down, it would be Yar and Submit on Bane and Diana. But a nice catch onto Exceltrix. They're going to go in. Infinity Death holding onto his ult for now. And there it is, actually interrupting, I think, the assault and battery. Luckhalter does get a double kill though. Submit and Cideran going down. Ice Cream Cake in the back lines. He gets walloped down into the ground. Fugis, he's in a bad position now. He's going to throw out his boomerang, slow down what he can, but Vinix is there. And yeah, that's a dead gnar. Oh, he hops away. Hold on, he's still surviving. He might going to take him on a magical journey here. Luckhalter finally catches up to him, and Cookie picks up a kill though.
I don't think Yara is going to be able to get anything off this. And in that fight, both teams were so focused on engage that no one ended up peeling. Both Submit and Ice Cream Cake go down, but in the end, University managed to get the better of that fight because it was sort of spread out, didn't all stay clumped together. That being said, Infinity Des is looking for the steal.
Yeah, Yar, he's going to get taken down. Oh, wow! Wallcopter actually goes down. I think that was a dragon finishing him off. Yar does pick up a kill credit. Exhaust going down onto Yar. Exceltrix, he's popping up, or charging up his fist. There's Cideran back into the mix. Flash coming out by Exceltrix. Infinity Des is on the chase, though. Now Submit is back. This is a very long dragon dance. Cideran picked up a kill onto Vinix. Support for support there. Support on support, I should say. And I guess Franklin won the second skirmish around the dragon.
That fight lasted so long that Submit and Cideran were able to walk back. They recalled. Or no, they didn't recall. They died, respawned, and walked back. That was like a minute-long dragon fight. And as a result, it's actually Franklin High School who's going to be able to secure the third dragon.
What a twist.
This has been a 31-minute game, and 40 people have died.
Yeah, that was actually as a result of Fugis' magical journey that he took the entirety of University on. So props to him. And University, they probably shouldn't have chased Fugis. They wanted that kill. They wanted to secure... keep a teleport down because Fugis could have easily fought home guards and just teleported back in. So I guess I kind of see the reasoning, but then they went back onto the dragon. I don't know. They thought they could take it down before the death timers were up, but yeah, Franklin came back and won that re-engage or engage continuation. I'm not really sure how to call that one, but yeah, be as it may. Third dragon going over Franklin, and it's about time that University starts to stop them and really commit to that now because third dragon is starting to get scary.
Yeah, third dragon is definitely going to be an issue. That dragon's fight is only going to make it easier for Franklin High School to catch out University and try and get in position for that wombo combo. I want to highlight Infinity Des. His play so far has been really, really good. He's been involved in 13 out of the 20 kills his team has had, and he has only died once. He has done an absolutely fantastic job as a frontline initiator. And he's really just looking to help his team take this game. They're up just over 1,000 gold. Honestly, after a 30-minute game, this kind of a gold lead is pretty negligible. It all depends on how they take these fights. But for now, they seem to sort of have confidence going forward because they are making the aggressive plays.
Oh yeah, there's some nice damage onto Vinix. Oh, more poke damage, I guess if you want to call it that. But Lunar Rush not going to come in. Didn't want to dive underneath the turret or around Cookie and
it's risky diving that Alistar because you could always just, ultimate and then all of a sudden you're caught out. But they do force him back, and Fugis has been split pushing this entire time. We see the Cookie going to walk to answer it, but that turret might go down before he gets there.
Yeah, he does have a little bit of damage behind him, and yeah, the turret's actually down pretty low, so he's going to pick up that turret. So nice split push by Fugis, nice pickup. And now the top lane, it's still down pretty far. It's below half health, just barely. A lot of attention being drawn into that top lane by Franklin. And because I'm pretty sure they know that Fugis can 1v1 the Cookie right now.
He should be able to, but he's probably not going to do it under turret. Oh, they're going for the engage.
It whiffs.
All right, call it off, boys.
Yeah, I was
wait 90 seconds.
Yeah, it was like so much excitement when that arrow goes out, but then you just see it go across the map because it doesn't always keep up on the camera. You see it fly across the map. It's like, so much for nothing there.
I don't agree with fighting after the Ash arrow's down, but they're gonna go for it.
They're gonna go for it. Yeah, Playful Trickster does dodge the Dark Binding. The nice Yar Zanya is gonna dodge some of the waters. Cookie picking up the kill on Yar though. And now in the back lane, Ice Cream Cake has a great position on himself. He's over the wall, just auto-attacking to his little heart's content. But the Cookie and Vinix going down. Celtrix, he's in a bad position. Submit, he is at a huge, powerful force right now. He doesn't have Last Whisper, but he has a lot of damage. between his with his auto attack.
Not over.
Yeah, it's not over. Vinix, the only one left alive. Submit's going to cut him off along with Cideran. Flash and headbutt to get out of the way. Cideran, he's going to tower dive this. I don't think that's a good idea. You can just leave it. Don't worry about the cow, buddy. Get the tower.
That fight was very, very close. Like you said, Ice Cream Cake had a fantastic position to continuously auto-attack, but in the end, Fuges and Submit were able to fight back. Those skirmishes do favor University High School. However, I think it was a mistake to try and fight without the Enchanted Crystal Arrow so you could follow up on that guaranteed crowd control. And as a result, they might lose a Baron for this. There's a lot of HP shred, but Baron's also doing quite a bit of damage.
Yeah, Vayne does a lot of damage in return. Yeah, and it actually takes out Cideran. Fuges may be the next to go. Yar is there. They're going to get this Baron come hell or high water. Cideran giving his life for it, but the Baron is secured, and that is, I think at this point now, the biggest gold lead we've seen so far at about 6K in favor of Franklin now.
Yeah, 6,000 gold plus the all-important Baron buff. Yeah. Now, the siege coming out of Franklin High School, it's not really great. The only real poke you have is the Gnar Boomerang, the Morgana Binding, and the Diana Q. They're Chicken Dragon, but it's not up. So having those buffed up minions is going to be fantastic for sieging turrets. And since they've been able to out-rotate University so well, they'll probably be able to pick up one inhibitor turret off of this Baron buff, but that remains to be seen. There is a nice amount of wave clear coming out in this form of Ice Cream Cake and the Cookie with that volley and ultimate respectively.
Yeah, so far though, it kind of makes you feel like so small whenever you go against these empowered minions and you have something that is traditionally a good wave clear like volley, or even if you have a Ziggs in the game like a bouncing bomb, and then you hit these empowered minions and you realize you're doing barely any damage. You have to throw out like 3 or 4 volleys to just clear a wave, and it makes you feel so weak.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate that feeling, but that's going to be a huge advantage for Franklin as they start to push these turrets. So all they need to do is start pushing, and it looks like they are finally going to in the mid lane.
Yeah, they do have Dragon up in 30 seconds, but there really isn't that important of a Dragon buff. Oh, another arrow.
Yeah, it actually hits this time around, but it's on to Submit, and nice use of the Quicksilver Sash, so he gets out, Chum of the Waters, and Crystalline Arrow down now.
I really, really would like to see the Assault and Battery be the catalyst for landing the rest of those. I think these long-range arrows really haven't worked out because Ice Cream Cake has just missed them, or the Black Shield or the QSS has prevented them. That being said, though, they are delaying the Baron buff. It's almost actually gone, but this is probably going to be Dragon number 4. Yeah, it's going to go over there free. And we'll see. There's still a lot of pressure on University High School. Franklin High School is in a fantastic position.
Yes, they are. And, yeah, I definitely agree with you on the Exceltrix maybe the one to want to lead this charge in on the engage, because yeah, Franklin is playing so reactively as far as their builds go, and of course we didn't get to see pick and ban phases, but yeah, the Morgana pickup so crucial here to get rid of some of the CC. If not almost all of it, though, you do break the Black Shield eventually, but Submit picking up this Quicksilver Sash is even just adds to how huge that is, how huge the disengage is from Franklin whenever University wants to try to engage. It's almost like their comp is their point and click comp is so reduced in effectiveness right now that it's really putting them on tilt, and they don't really know how to react because they can't win these team fights.
It really is. Even if the ultimate, or excuse me, the Black Shield from Morgana is stuffed out by the damage from their team, so long as it blocks one ultimate, it's done its job, and the cooldown is going to be more effective. And if University High School try to engage a fight, but then get baited out by the fact that, this crowd control wasn't effective, then they're going to be absolutely screwed. And we see now that Franklin High School, they've gotten a 7,000 gold lead. They've played it sort of slow, but these past 10 minutes, they've really been able to take a lead and start extending it. Now, they're going to go for a siege. I'm not sure how effective that would be. I probably would have liked Fuges to go for a split push instead.
Yeah, they're doing this out Baron now.
Yeah.
And it's
I don't know.
University.
Diving here would be risky. Oh, arrow.
There's an arrow. Franklin is trying to flank, and they may get it here. There's an Assault Battery going down on Submit. He gets blown up and destroyed. Yar is going to be the next to go, but he does get Exceltrix beforehand. Big Gnar ultimate. Going to go down onto the team of University. It is a 3-for-1, though, in favor of University, and these are some long death timers. This is going to be pretty huge for University, Can they chase down Fuges? Fuges is pretty far high health. Nice smite from Infinity Dust to get the little extra health here. And yeah, Volcopter gonna pick up Infinity Dust as well. So Fuges the only one left here.
Really not sure what happened there. Submit saw the Vi and he ulted, tumbled away, and the invisibility dropped, and the black shield did not come up. So Exceltrix was able to land the ultimate. That point and click crowd control will always screw the Vayne over, and then the Cookie was able to pick up the kill. Somehow, University High School, they're still fighting back. That being said, though, they're only going to get one turret. This goal lead is still highly in favor of Franklin, but University High School, they're probably feeling good right now, even though they have sort of debatably the weaker composition that's sort of countered by some of these pickups. They're still managing to find fights, and when you're in this sort of long game situation, that is always a good sign.
Yeah, very much so, and yeah, I mean, it was a nice flank. I mean, the ward coverage wasn't really there for Franklin, so University was able to come in from the backside and get to the point and click, range of Submit a lot easier.
If we had seen a replay of the ultimate, I think Submit, as he was getting hit by the Vi, Exceltrix probably knocked up 3 or 4 members, and then just the damage from the Cookie with the ultimate, the Transcendent Blaze hit so many members. They were clumped up. It's not really a wombo combo composition, but if you're going to be so clumped up, any sort of AoE damage is going to be huge. And I think that's how University managed to win that fight. So a combination of Submit getting caught by the Vi and dying to the Aurelia, and just also the damage in CC from both Aurelia and Vi hitting the rest of the members, and then from the backside, Ice Cream Cake was free to auto-attack, and Volcopter was really not harmed at all in that fight. We'll see, though.
Yeah,
50 seconds before this Baron.
Franklin are trying to establish some war control around the Baron, and yeah, trying to establish dominance around it. If they can pick up the second Baron, that will be more than likely what they need to push in. Yeah, they really did not use their last Baron to its full advantage, I don't feel, because it really delayed delayed pushing turrets.
And we're getting to the point where gold lead is pretty much insignificant because we're at that 5-6 item threshold for most of the champions, and we're also getting to the point past 40 minutes. These death timers are going to be very, very long. One wrong team fight for either team could be disastrous.
Oh, Exceltrix. They need to be careful going on Exceltrix. He does have a Banshee's shield. Banshee's Veil, I should say. He's going to be able to block something pretty crucial. But it looks like they're just shoving them off, throwing out some wards. They are walking over a ward themselves, so... Oh, there he goes. Never mind.
I don't think they should start this Baron. They could take it very, very quickly, but if they take it and they get engaged on, they could lose the game.
Yeah, this is a big risky play. It is going down so fast though. It might actually go down before University gets there. It does, and now Fuges coming in with the engage, jumps into on Exceltrix, zoning him off of Submit. So there's a nice flash and dark Soul Shackles coming out from Sidoran. Some of the Waters wasted onto him. Ice Cream picking him up in the backlines with Submit and the rest of Franklin. Their health bars aren't even touched. Triple kill for Submit. My gosh, that's what the engage they needed. They rushed down that Baron so fast, picked up the engage, picked up the power spike, and then it was a very nice zone coming out from Submit and Fuges.
Yeah, that Baron call was risky, but they went for it, and there was no vision at all. Honestly, a very big misplay as far as shot calling is concerned. That University didn't expect that to happen because there's a Gnar and a Vayne on the enemy team. Volcopters, one of you wanting Fuges, but
I think Fuges can take this back.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
And now here comes Mega Gnar. That's only going to be more health in his favor. A building lands onto the little tiny fish, but he's a void critter, so he can take a building or two, but he can't take a wallop.
I think the laws of man apply to the laws of void
really
as well. You can only take 2 houses before you die.
Actually, that would have been theoretical. At that point, that would have been right, because having landed that other building would have killed him, but he decided to plant him into the ground with a wallop. And actually, that was a river, so he's just pretty much sending him home because he's a void fish. I don't know how void fish like water, really. I don't know.
That's a good question. Does the fact that he's from the void cancel out the fact that he's a fish? Does it?
I don't know.
Because you know how there's like salt water and there's fresh water.
And there's void water.
Saltwater fish, exactly. So can a void water fish go in regular... We don't even know what kind of river water that is.
There used to be a show called Pirates of the Dark Water. He could be from Dark Water, which was like some sort of mystical water you didn't want to go into or something.
Well, I mean...
If that's the case, that might be because Void Fisher there.
Who knows?
I don't know.
But back to the game.
Yeah. Well, we are talking about the game.
Dragons.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah,
there are 5 dragons
Yeah.
in favor of Franklin. They have Baron buff for a little bit as well. This is the point in the game where they have all the advantages. 1 middle inhibitor down. It's only a matter of time, really, before I think they can win this fight. Unless by some miracle, University take this back. Yeah, this turret's going down so quickly.
So, yeah, very quickly. Yeah, and that... The dragon... I know we were bantering during that, but extremely important right now. Because they have Baron and 5th Dragon. That is probably the biggest power spike you can ever get in a game, outside of having a 6-build item combination as well.
There's 2 inhibs down. They're just going to play it safe, and honestly, who can blame them at this point? With 2 inhibitors down and the dragon buff, they might as well just push out that top wave and then siege this down.
Last inhibitor.
Franklin High School. Yes, I have, by the way, I have been very impressed with what you said earlier. HSL has done absolute work on this Gnar.
Yeah. Fugis is, yeah, his Gnar is pretty freaking solid, and I remember seeing him at Hecarim too. His Hecarim was amazing too. His Fugis, like I said, I mean, Franklin doesn't really need a backpack. No one's really needed a backpack. It's just more of like, you know, both teams were pretty even for a long time, but if anybody...
Great binding.
Yeah, very nice binding, sure. Now that's going to be the 3rd inhibitor going down. There's really nothing that University can do to try to engage onto this, because they've already proven that they will outright die in a 5v5. And there's Franklin actually engaging. Yar picking up that kill. Big Mega Gnar ultimate. Going to shove everyone away. Not into a wall, though. Wallcaster still goes down because Yar is a massive beast.
That's it.
Yeah. Submit picking up the kill onto Ice Cream Cake as well. And that is going to be Nexus going down. Nexus turrets going down. Both of them at the same time, along with the Nexus. Yar, he gets shoved into the fountain. Kill for good measure for the cookie. And Submit picking him up on the fountain as well. And I talk about good measure. Vinix going down now on the fountain too.
Crazy action-packed game, but 46 minutes in. Franklin High School take 1 in this best of 3, and the first 25 minutes of that game, first 30 minutes were fairly even, but Franklin High School then grabbed the lead definitively and kept snowballing in their favor.
Yeah, that was a very nice nice play by Franklin, all the way to the very end. And yeah, pretty much neutralizing University High School's comp with the Black Shield and the Quicksilver Sash. Very well played by Franklin High School. So we're going to go on to game number 2. Going to give send over to a quick commercial break. My name is Joshua Fekes Quest here with Seamoose, and we'll be back in just a moment.